So we sincerely apologize. We know we lost a lot of viewers on that, so hopefully we get everybody back up and running. And so we will get back out there on the track. 25 laps to go. Adam Pettit still leads the way. Brandon Key up in second. Jacob Smith in third. Danny Dowd, who we talked to a little bit earlier in this race, he is up in fourth right now. So a lot of great racing going on. Again, we sincerely apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had. We're going to get that checked out this week and try to get those things fixed up so it never happens again. But just checking up towards the front, so Adam Pettit. Again, not really pulling away too much from his own teammate Brandon Key. Brandon is definitely keeping him close. Jacob Smith back there in third. 23 laps to go. It is now crunch time for a lot of these playoff drivers. Back there in 17th to 20th positions. So we have three guys, actually 17th to 19th positions. We have three guys back there. All these are playoff drivers. And out of these three right now, two of them are in the bottom to where they are out of the playoffs if they stay back there. The 812 of Chad Wampler got a little bit loose, maybe got tagged by Sean Dice there, but it looks like he still gets it righted, and he is still running out there. So again, up front, Adam Pettit, after saving those tires, which he's been doing all night long, still holds a slight lead over his teammate Brandon Key. Now, Adam won just 2 weeks ago at Chicagoland, and he is right back at it. And in that race, he definitely dominated. And in this race, he has dominated this entire thing, basically leading it from start to finish, with the exception of one caution lap where the pit cycles moved around. So he has definitely been the best car out there on the track by far. Now, a couple of the guys that we talked about a little bit earlier in the broadcast before it glitched out on us. So we got Dean Brummett there in the number 25 car. And so he was back in the back of the pack, but he has worked his way all the way back forward into the 5th position. So he definitely has that car moving the right direction. And Austin Reedy out there in the chat, and thanks Austin for switching over to the stream after it glitched out on us. But he's saying he loves that number 11 car. Well, of course you do. You're the number 11 as well, so of course you love that number 11 car. That number 11 car is working just like Austin Reedy's does in the 4-wide racing league. It is up near the front. That's pretty much where Austin Reedy was all season. So good to see another number 11 out there getting it done. And once again, for those viewers that are coming in, yes, we had some technical difficulties. We apologize for that. We will do anything we can to get that fixed. Hopefully this week we're going to take that computer in, take it into the pits themselves, see if we can get a pit crew working on the computer. 18 laps to go now, so Adam Pettit still up there in the lead. Let's go a little bit further back in the pack. So Justin Boyle's another car that we've talked about a few times this race. You know, he started up there towards the very, very front of the pack, and now he is back in the 13th position. He's not in the playoffs, but the guy behind him is. So Devin Zimmerman, after some early trouble, he has gotten that car back turned the right way, and he is going to be up in 14th as it sits right now. So again, for those just joining us, 13 playoff drivers. You can see them in green up there at the top of your screen right now. Out of those 13, the top 11, the first 11 that cross the finish line will make it through to the next round of the playoffs. The bottom 2 are out. And right now, those bottom 2 are back there in 20th and 21st positions. That's Chris Massey and Chad Wampler. So you can see that number 812 Stake Dance racing car. He's sliding around a little bit, and that number 83 car for Bronco Motorsports. So those are that's the Tough Love Rings car. So I've got my Tough Love ring on right now. Fantastic silicone rings. Definitely go to tlrings.com to get your Tough Love rings. They're really good stuff. They don't even pay us to say that. I just say that because it's a really good looking ring. My wife loves it. So back up front, Jacob Smith putting on some pressure on Brandon Key, just as he has been for the past few laps. Trying to get up there to where he can challenge Adam Pettit, but just can't quite get it there. So with 15 laps to go, we've had some good green flag runs in this race. And we're going to see, because if I remember correctly, everybody pitted last on lap 59. And if that's the case, then there may still be a pit stop in their future, unless some people decide to stretch it. Now, this is where strategy comes into play. If there's 13 playoff drivers right now, we're cutting to the top 11, watch your other drivers out there, figure out what they're doing, and then do it. But if you are the last one out there on the track all by yourself and you run out of gas, you're done. You know, if you're the first one in the pits and nobody else pits and they all make it, you're done. So you got to really strategize. That's why we love this shootout format so much. Is there's definitely a bigger strategy involved in it, because you have to be aware of who all is around you on the track. Trying to find some good hard racing out there on the track. Go back a little ways, so Sean Dice on the inside there of Chad Wampler. So Sean Dice, another Rev racer out there. Wampler gets a little bit loose. They may have touched a little bit, or at least net coated. And so Dice will take that position up in 20th position. We still have 28 cars on the track right now. Now Chad Wampler really needs to get going here, because he and Chris Massey, who is right behind him in that number 83 car, those two are the last two playoff drivers out there. So big trouble for them if they don't really get on their horses quickly. 12 laps to go. Back up front, still the same four. So Adam Pettit, Brandon Key, Jacob Smith, Danny Dow. Though Danny Dow just made a move on the outside of Jacob Smith, and he is going for that third position. Danny Dow, last season's champion of Mid-South Madness. And again, that was another shootout format where Thomas Rutherford, our very own TR, he was in the races all season long. Did a fantastic job all season long. Led the series the entire season, and in that very last race, it was chosen to be Bristol, and Thomas Rutherford ended up losing that race to Danny Dow. Danny Dow ended up taking the checkered flag and winning the entire championship by doing so. So Thomas Rutherford not out on the track tonight. He's had a rough week. We appreciate all the work that he does on this broadcast, including TR's Corner. Hopefully he is watching. Once again, for those viewers just rejoining us, so we apologize for the technical difficulties that we had. We tried to get back as quickly as we possibly could. You didn't miss too much action out there on the track, no cautions, anything like that. Still just driving around with Adam Pettit up at the front, just like he's been all race long. And right now, it seems like everybody's pretty much playing nice, but those tires have to start getting mushy right about now with 9 laps to go. But this is where Adam Pettit is so good, because he's been saving those tires this entire time and still maintaining a lead. And so just like Danny Dow said in an interview during the race, it is going to be tough to catch Adam Pettit because he's the tire saving king out there, and he's doing a great job of it. Last week's winner, Bobby Brill, up here in 6th position, doing a great job up there, keeping that car going. Aaron Gerwitz right behind him from Rev Racing. He was up front for a lot of the time as well, so great driver in his own right. So we're going to pull up. This is the track map. You can see towards the back of the pack, you can see the 812 and the 83. Those are the last two drivers in the playoff field. They have to get up past that number 62 car in order to have a chance to stay in the playoffs. They've only got 7 laps to do it, so something's got to happen for them. Otherwise, they will be the next two eliminated. So Chris Massey in that number 83 car, the sole Bronco Motorsports driver in the playoffs right now. Chad Wampler one of the 4 Stake Dance Racing cars that are in the playoffs right now. So both extremely good drivers. Of course they are. They're in the playoffs. But right now, their backs are against the wall. And so now 6 laps to go for our leader, Adam Pettit. And right behind him, his teammate, Brandon Key. So Rev Racing has got it on lock right now. And Brandon has opened up a 0.6 of a second lead on 3rd place, Danny Dow. So right now, it's just the Adam Pettit, Brandon Key show. And then back there from 6th place all the way back through 12th place is nothing but playoff drivers. And so they just have to be careful. I mean, they're all currently slotted into the playoffs as long as they don't wreck here. So that's what they need to be careful for. Again, a strategy play. You don't have to win. You don't even have to finish 15th at this point. All you have to do right now is to finish 20th or better, because that is where the last qualifying driver would be right now. That's Matthew Johnson in the number 62 car. So he's back in 20th position. That's all they would have to do in order to stay in the playoffs. 4 laps to go. And up front, Adam Pettit starting to catch some people to lap him. So he's going to catch the number 90 of Corey Knight. Love that pink paint scheme for Griffith CPA firm. Again, that's another Paints by Knight special. So if you have any painting needs for iRacing, then Corey Knight with Paints by Knight, great driver, great painter as well. So we appreciate him being here. But Adam Pettit just passing him like he's standing still. 2 laps to go for Adam Pettit. And it's almost celebratory laps at this point. He has just had it on lock all night long. And it looks like that is where it's going to stay. Oh, and we lost it once again, so sorry about that. Really having some technical difficulties today, people, so apologize. All right, Adam Pettit bringing it around. Final lap. White flag. Once again, Adam Pettit completely has it on lock. Nobody's going to touch him. As long as he still has fuel in the car, he is going to be just fine. And as he comes around for turns 3 and 4, Adam Pettit will take the checkered flag. And we are looking back as everybody crosses the start-finish line, and it looks like, based on what we have right now, and I will go back and check, that we still had 13 playoff drivers all show up this evening. And we did. So 13 playoff drivers showed up this evening. The last 2 to cross the start-finish line are Chad Wampler and Chris Massey. So those 2 will be the 2 that are eliminated here at the Charlotte's Web 150. And so we will still have 11 drivers in the playoff hunt. And you can see Danny Dow coming up and giving a congratulatory tap to Adam Pettit. Almost spun him there, but that's just nothing but class from Danny Dow. And he will drop off the track and allow Adam to have his celebration. And there he is, burning it up, Adam Pettit, for his 2nd win in 3 weeks. Winning at Chicagoland and now winning at Charlotte. And so we will, while he is burning it down, let's pull up and show you. So these are our playoff drivers, and now you can mark off Chris Massey as well as Chad Wampler. So the number 7 and the number 9 drivers in this playoff hunt, both eliminated tonight after a fantastic drive by Adam Pettit. So back out there on the track now. Now let's see. Let's pull up really quickly the results, and then we will start trying to chat with a few people. So Adam Pettit first place, Brandon Key second place, both from Rev Racing. So a great showing by Rev Racing. Also Aaron Gerwitz back in fifth from Rev Racing. So really great driving there for Rev Racing tonight. Danny Dow in third, Brad Herman fourth for Bronco Motorsports. Then you have Aaron Gerwitz, who we already talked about, Jacob Smith from Stryker Motorsports in sixth, Bobby Brill from he's an independent driver in seventh, Dean Brummett in 8th, Troy Dow 9th, Daniel Bowther 10th, Devin Zimmerman 11th, Greg Olnick 12th, Jake Rowell from Stryker Motorsports 13th, David Duke from Team SRN 14th, Justin Boyles and Jonathan Byer both from Flashpoint Racing in 15th and 16th, Mike Lepicki from Tank Racing in 17th, Stan Hausman in 18th from Stake Dance Racing, Sean Dice from Rev Racing in 19th, and Taylor Smith from Do-Gooders in 20th. So that will round it out. All right. Well, let's see if we can't talk to a couple people. See if we can get Danny Dow up here. So to have just a little bit of a chat with him. So Danny Dow, we'd have already talked a little bit tonight, but great race, man. Way to keep it on the track, and congratulations on a third place finish. You kind of moved up a little bit from the last time we spoke.
Yeah, 10-4, this Silverback Tech Solutions Chevrolet SRN was moving toward the front. I knew it'd be tough once we got there to even think about trying to compete for the win with Adam, because I knew he was out front. He was saving as much tires as he possibly could. My only hope was to get second, but Brandon, he was too strong. So hats off to both of them.
Yeah, man, it has been a great race. They just did a killer job saving those tires, but it looked like you did some saving as well after that long green flag.
Yeah, 10-4, I was just kind of biding my time when we went back green there and just lifting really early, just kind of rolling really far and then picking up the throttle. And I thought once I got past, I think it was Jacob, it took me forever to run him down, but once I got by him, I thought I was going to be able to go ahead and run on up there and mix it up with him, but it was just, I'd used him up too much by then.
Well, buddy, we've got Homestead Miami next week, so what do you have in store for us there?
Man, I tell you, I will be practicing probably starting tomorrow. Just I want to give a huge shout out to Adam. He really deserves it. He's put in a lot of work this week, and he's definitely the guy to beat here.
Man, it's just really classy move for you to say that stuff, and you're typically one of those guys to beat as well. Of course, last season's champion. I can't wait to see if you can go back to back. You're still in the hunt, buddy.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, when you get Adam up there in the booth, tell him he can thank me for showing him the line around this place.
I'll do it, buddy. We're gonna drop it back down. Congratulations tonight. We will see you next week at Homestead Miami.
All right, buddy. Look forward to it.
All right, now we're gonna, we might as well go down into the Rev Racing chat and just chat with all of them, but we're gonna pull Brandon Key up into the broadcast booth here tonight. So Brandon Key, number 11, great race tonight, man. You had that thing on lock. It's just your teammate was just a tad faster.
Yeah, man, he deserved it 100%. I had nothing for him. I tried everything I could, tried different lines that last run, and I think we're running about the same lap times. I just couldn't close that gap.
Well, man, you still ran it really well. You were up front pretty much the entire race. And so with Rev Racing being 3 of the top 5, what was the conversation like in the Rev Racing room as you guys are just taking lap after lap after lap all right up next to each other? What was that conversation like?
It was real quiet. We don't talk much while we're behind the wheel. Under caution, we'll chit-chat a little bit, talk about pitch strategy, but it's kind of quiet, and especially when Adam's leading, he doesn't talk at all. I don't know if he disconnects his mic or what.
He just kind of gets locked in and goes after it, man. Well, so next week, Homestead Miami. So what do you have in store for us next week?
That's probably one of my favorite tracks. It's kind of tough racing around all these playoff guys because I don't want to interfere with their playoff run, but I also want to run well myself and put myself in position to win, but don't want to mess those guys up as well.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys practice all week long. Have a great week. Congratulations on a second place finish, and we'll see you next week at Homestead Miami.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
All
All right, we're going to drop right back down into Rev Racing and pull up our winner, Adam Pettit. Adam, buddy, what a race for you tonight. You know, we always knew that you had these wins in you, but all of a sudden we get to the playoffs and you just start tearing people up. What's going on with that?
Honestly, me and my team are just putting in countless hours of work, just to keep advancing for the playoffs. That's really our main focus, and if we can get wins along the way, obviously we'll take them. But at the same time, mile and a halfs are a lot of our strong suits. So.
Well, that's pretty much all we have left for the most part, are 1.5 to 2 mile ovals. And so I was asking Brandon, so what is the conversation like in your chat while this is all going on? But he said that you were pretty quiet. What's going on with that?
Yeah, just kind of focusing. Charlotte it's the same as Chicago, obviously being a mile and a half, but you've got to drive it totally different. You've got to be on your marks a whole lot more here because the setup is so tight that the push up out of 2 and the push up out of 4 is just really bad. And as soon as you overdrive it one time, your tires are just done. So you've really just got to focus, and that's what I was doing. And so that if I'm trying to focus, therefore I'm not talking. And obviously you saw Brandon get around me there. That was about the only time that there was talking. It was like, Brandon, go low, and then when I kind of got up next to him again, he's like, Adam, go low. And so that was about it for about the last 30 laps. It was just pretty quiet so we could all focus.
Yeah, I mean, pretty quiet race overall. I mean, just you out front and then everybody else behind. But are we to expect some more of that for Homestead Miami?
I hope so. I can't say yes, but that's definitely my plan, is to stay out front here and see if we can pick up some more wins along the way. But like I said, the big part is just making sure that we can advance to the next round. And if we do, the final race is going to be fun because I've never turned a lap at that track. So that would be a huge week if we make it to that point. Hopefully we do, but we're just going to take it 1 week at a time.
Well, man, if I know Rev Racing, you guys are going to be at work starting tomorrow. So, buddy, good luck the rest of the way, and we'll drop it back down there with your team. Congratulations tonight. Keep it up.
Thank you. Oh, and real quick, I want to give a shout out to my wife. I forgot last time. Brooklyn, I love you, dear. And John, thank you for the broadcast.
No problem, buddy. Take it easy, all right?
All right, yep.
All right, so next week, we have playoff week number 3. So now we're down to 11 drivers. We're about to cut 2 more next week. So heating up Homestead 150, so Homestead Miami Speedway, another kind of 1.5 to 2 mile oval. So another one of these like races. And, Bobby Brill won last week, said that he loved these types of tracks. Adam Pettit just won this week, said he loves these types of tracks. Brandon Key loves these types of tracks. That's why we love these tracks in the playoffs, these are the tracks that really show who the true drivers are. So cannot wait until we see what happens next week. But for tonight, my name is Sean Griffith with Speed Racing Network, and we're going to sign off as we show you guys the nice burnout by number 57, Adam Pettit, our race winner tonight. Everyone, please have a great evening. We will see everyone next week at Homestead Miami at the same time. Good night, everybody.